All right, got to watch a movie that was kind of basically hinted to me or was kind of nudged to me by Squidjib, and I had to remember which video was it, and of course it was a Drinking Goosebumps one called You Can't Scare Me. So anyways, as you see in the title, we're going to talk about the Toxic Avenger, who apparently was made in the 80s, of course. My gosh, talk about lots of sex, man. Just lots of sex and everything else is like, my gosh, man. Talk about the 80s. So anyways, we're actually following this one guy. His name is Melvin. Melvin actually he's a loser, man. He's a loser. So he actually mops at this gym. And this gym, well, it's the 80s. So he just mops up in the gym and, well, there's just lots of crap that happens. Well, right now it seems like he's just an average Joe. He's just someone who mops at the freaking gym. Doesn't really actually get paid much, I bet. That's one thing that, yeah, there's lots of issues when it comes to this movie, but let's just continue on. So anyways, what really happens is we also get the story of Bozo and his freaking crew. Bozo, his girl, his friend, and his girlfriend. So we have those guys, their names, whatever. So the crazy part is that those guys actually run over people. They have a sick, twisted game that they make. It's really messed the freak up. And it really is. And you want to hear the worst part? The worst part has to be the fact of, I think they take photos of every single kill they do. So basically they're complete idiots where it's like, whoever has the photos, all they have to do is raid their home with a warrant. And oh my God, most likely raid the home, raid the gym. They'll find all those photos and then they're freaking busted. They're going to jail. But hey, it's the 80s. What you expect? They don't do crime fighting like that. Oh. So anyways, the reason why I mentioned Bozo and his friends and Bozo, he has some serious issues. Of course, his name is Bozo. Of course he has serious issues, but yeah, he really has serious issues trying to actually find his center and crap. He just needs some therapy, man. I mean, it works wonders for that guy that's in the Tick that parodies The Punisher. Too bad that guy never showed up in Tick, that live action TV show. That would have been pretty cool. But either way, so what happens is that they decide to freaking pull a joke on Melvin. So, oh, son of a bitch. Can I freaking record without any bastards? It's like, what the flippin' hell? I don't really hang up on people, but freaking I had to do it because that's the same person that calls me, and yet you don't want to leave a message. It's like, if it's not important, then frick you, dude. It's like, if it's really important, you would leave a message, you dumb bastard. Whatever, frick it. So anyways, one side note is that freaking Bozo's friend and his girlfriend, the friend's girlfriend, actually paid $15 to the guy who owns the gym to have it all to themselves so they can have some sex, man. And it's even crazier the fact of a girl can actually be topless and able to have a knife and say, I'll kill you. Because, well, Melvin didn't get the memo. Weird. It's like, okay, so you're telling me you wouldn't tell your freaking staff that, hey, it's okay. Don't do anything. Don't come in later tonight. It's all good. It's like, no, they never told Melvin. It's like pretty weird. We never even see the freaking manager who actually manages the freaking gym. It's just the fact of he gave $15 to some dude, even though I think today's times, it's most likely $50 to $100 he had to bribe him with. Chances are. Anyways, so basically they have a plan that they use Bozo's girlfriend to lure freaking Melvin into a messed up freaking trap. And of course, well, she's able to show hers too, her freaking breastises. And man, let me just tell you, if it comes to, and I'm just saying, I feel sorry for girls because dude, if you're having tan lines and your tan lines are easily seen on your breasts, I have to admit, that's some sad crap, man. That's really, really, really sad and horrible. It's like, my gosh, man. It's like you might as well just make a nice design because freaking damn, it looks like as if you have a small messed up pizza slice. Like, oh, it's like, yep, you covered it with pizza slice right there, man. Just a pizza slice. sorry. So it's like I'm so freaking obsessed looking at him. But I'm just saying, man, it sucks for you girls out there who actually can't really tan everywhere. That's kind of sad. It's like, man, that's got to be horrible. It's like, yeah, take a photo of me naked. And it's like, my gosh, man. It's like, those don't match. It's like, your skin doesn't match at all. Okay, sorry. So what she basically does is she's like, oh man, I'm wearing pink. You should be wearing pink too. So they give him a leotard with a freaking ballerina whatever on it, right? So he basically has to wear that, and they're going to go to the freaking hot tub. Yeah, the gym has a hot tub. It's the 80s. What do you expect? So that's what basically is happening, is that she's going to get him to go to the pool with the hot tub, and they're going to do some naughty stuff. So he goes in there, and weirdly enough, the pool area is dark. It's like blacked out, man. Yeah, so they turn off the lights, and then as soon as they open the lights, well, he was kissing a freaking sheep with makeup. Well, they put lipstick on the sheep and also a wig. Damn, that sucks for the animal. So yeah, here he is, very, very humiliated. And by the way, there's a few things I kind of omitted. Number one, they live in a town where it's the toxic dump of the world, or in the nation, in our nation, in the United States. Number one. Number two, there's also two truck dudes who are passing through with a bunch of toxic waste in the back of their truck. And, well, also, they're freaking damn drugs. They're drug users. They're druggies. They're freaking hooked on maybe some crack. And they decided to stop, like, straight in front of the freaking damn gym so they can get their crack on. It's like, yeah, it's like, dude, I got this stuff. Oh, snap. We got to pull over here. Got to pull over and have some of that. So it's all set up just so Melvin, who actually would just, Melvin actually just jumped out the window. He practically did suicide. Damn. So he practically did suicide, and now he landed into the toxic waste. So the toxic waste is basically doing messed up crap to him. His skin is horrible. It changed the pink outfit into a blackened outfit, and he was able to get out, and he's just starting to look horrible. And here's the crazy part. It's like, the people who were laughing at him inside came outside and still were laughing at him, to the point of where they were like, oh crap, his skin looks horrible. Oh my gosh, it looks horrible. It's a horrible thing we're looking at. And it's like, yep, you guys shouldn't be freaking laughing at him in the first place, or at least if you're going to laugh at him, well, I'm like, yeah, don't laugh at him after he went into the toxic waste. This is when you should have called 911. So luckily, there's a police officer nearby. He tries to help him, and, well, sadly, the police officer touched him, and oh my gosh, his hands are on fire! The police officer's hands is on fire, and they're melting because he's radioactive. And, well, he decides to run. Yeah, Melvin is running now. Yeah, he runs home, and then after he runs home, he went into the bathtub and tried to at least do something about it. And, well, there's some issues going on. There's some gross stuff. And, well, he lives with his ma. We find out he lives with his ma. And his mom was like, are you okay in there? And she eventually says, oh, my beautiful Melvin's reaching puberty. So basically what's happening with him is he's mutating. His face is changing now. He gets to have some muscles. Well, not so much muscle, but he gets to have some muscles. And I think that freaking damn, it's like, It's like, I really hope that that's not the family bathtub he used, because if that's the family bathroom, the mom should actually be sick right now. It's like, she should be sick, or there should be some radioactivity. It's like, something needs to happen where that's now safe, you know? It needs to be sterilized, but, well, it's the 80s, and I guess technically it was supposed to be a funny freaking damn movie, so forget that fact. He's like, that fact has to go thrown out the window. So Melvin actually decides to go out and, well, eventually he actually starts doing some crime fighting out of nowhere. Vigilante fighting, actually. So what happens is that he saves a police officer from getting killed. The police officer was going to get bought off by some three freaks. Yeah, I get to call them freaks. So yeah, three freaks, including a guy called Cigar Face. And what he does is basically burn cigars in people's faces. Thus, he's called Cigar Face. Okay. So basically what happens to those guys is all of them actually two of them gets killed. Scarface still gets to live another day, but he gets to come back later on in the movie. So the police officer remembers him, and then they give Melvin this new voice of, "Are you okay? I am sorry. I am not trying to scare you. Have a good day, officer." It's like, what the frick? It's like, yeah, you can tell that that's supposed to be funny as frick, but I'm like, man, that's just messed up. It's like, my gosh, that's just messed up. So we continue on, and then we find out that the mayor is corrupt, and he's going to do some messed up crap to destroy a reservoir, and, well, Melvin continues to crime fight, and there's this one time at the freaking restaurant, and that restaurant is gross as frick. It's called Mexican Place. Mexican Place, but yet you guys have, it's like there's no sombreros, but they have two tacatas. Oh my gosh, I can't really say it right now. My gosh, I suck. But anyways, yeah, so instead of having Mexican stuff all over the place, not trying to be racist, but I'm just saying stuff from Mexico, instead of that, they decide to actually make some tasteless freaking art. It's just some bull crap where I'm like, dude, that doesn't make sense. It's like, you guys give Mexican food, yeah, and man, I think the freaking dudes that make the food don't wash their hands. It's completely gross as hell, man. It's like a dude reaching into his freaking damn pants, inside his pants. Apparently, he likes to have his liquor bottle inside his underwear. Yeah, I know, ew. And he's touching the people's food and making it. It's like, oh, hell no. As for the freaking teenager actually becomes very, very special at the end of the movie. But yeah, the teenager, he's not that bad, I guess. It turns out that, yeah, only thing that he sucks at is actually using too much crap when it comes to making a milkshake. So he makes a messed up thing. But anyways, so you get to see a dog getting killed. A dog gets killed, and well, Toxic Avenger comes. Oh, note, he's not even called Toxic Avenger in this movie. That's one thing you definitely need to note. But anyways, yeah, so he goes in there, he beats the crap out of the people, even though he killed the dog. It's like, he killed the dog. We're about to see this messed up bad guy, this black dude, about to rape a freaking blind chick. It's like, holy frig, yeah, he was about to do it. And it's messed up, where you had this one guy, and most likely that was his fiance who was sitting down with him, and he's like, let them all go. Allow me to be the person that you're using as a hostage. Bam! Shot him right in the chest. It's like, dude, damn, man. Damn. And of course, I guess the girl doesn't even give a shit about him anyways, because, well, she doesn't even cry over him. And I'm like, if she's supposed to be the fiance or something of him, she shouldn't have technically went to his body and started crying and everything. It's like, yeah, it's kind of sucky whoever wrote that part. But yeah, he comes, he saves, and well, Sarah, aka the blind girl, actually falls in love with Melvin, even though. So they have a relationship form. And it's one time where you had the girl all alone, and she's like, I'm waiting for my boyfriend, and you're like, oh, you're waiting for that boyfriend, huh? And it's like a biker group, and the biker group, it sucks for him. But hey, during all this time, we have basically Melvin saving people by killing people. Saving people by killing people. And eventually, he actually goes to Bozo's girlfriend, takes her out, goes to Bozo himself, and, well, we don't even know exactly the powers of Melvin here. We have no idea. It's like, yeah, so he's able to microwave popcorn by touching it. And I think he actually does have control of radioactivity. He has control over his radioactivity. So that's pretty good, I guess. That's good. That's good news. So besides that, apparently he can survive a car crash. It makes him more durable or some kind of crap. So he has that. He killed Bozo by actually wrecking a few people. But yeah, Bozo's gone finally. He takes out an old lady, a little old lady. And this little old lady turns out to be a freaking damn slave trader. So yeah, like human trafficking and crap, she does that, and he took her out. While the guy's like, no, don't try to take my car. Don't take my car. I don't want you to tow it away. Please, don't do this. While he's talking to that officer, yeah, Melvin took care of him. And then all of a sudden, the mayor apparently doesn't like the monster, aka Melvin. Yeah, he doesn't like the hero for some reason. Most likely because of this one guy who's like, the monster hero is attracted to bad people. So if he takes out bad people, then bad people must beware. And that's most likely what's going on, is that the mayor is like, yep, I'm corrupt. He's going to come after us next, even though the movie doesn't actually make that the issue. That's the weird part. It's like, yeah, there's some real issues when it comes to this movie. So besides all that, you also have Melvin finally getting a girlfriend, and he actually had sex with the girl, and it's just some amazing crap where it goes on where he does live at the toxic dump. Yeah, he does live there, and Sarah was able to actually make it a little bit better, a little bit prettier. Even though it's kind of weird, it's like, oh yeah, but Sarah could actually be getting, contaminated. She could actually become sick and ill, and then we have Spider-Man the other. Oh, sorry, not Spider-Man the other. Spider-Man Reigns going on here, where it's like eventually she might actually die due to radiation poisoning. But we don't really know, and we're not going to get into that. So basically, we get to the point of where the mayor decides to frame him and not tell that, oh yeah, the lady that was killed, she was a pillar of the freaking community, even though technically she was a freaking human trafficker and actually promotes slavery in people. It's like, what the frick? Yeah, so he covering that crap up, and now the police are after him, and the National Guard are after him, even though the freaking governor said, no, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to contain him. We're going to study him. And there's many other people who's like, yeah, why don't we just take him and study him? Maybe we should try to help him get over what's going on with him. And the mayor's like, no, we need to kill him. He's a monster. He's a menace. So yeah, we have all that, and then we have the final confrontation where they actually decide to hide where Melvin goes to think, which is a meadow. And they have a tent, and they surround the tent. Everyone's there. It's like, holy frick. And the mom actually disowned her son after he comes up showing horribly ugly. So she disowns her son, and then at the very close to the end of the movie, we get to the point of where this mom is over there, and she's like, no, you shouldn't hurt my boy. My boy is sweet. And then we actually also hear the fact of Melvin sometimes just can't control himself, and that's when he gets to this murderous killing, which, man, it's like, yeah, there's some... So we get to the very end. Sorry about that. Sorry to continue being like some flip-flopper, but anyways, we're finishing off by actually having this confrontation with everyone, and the National Guard stand down, the police eventually stand down. Oh, there's a person who's a skinhead on the police force. Yeah, so, yeah, that's one thing you need to notice, that we got a skinhead in the police force. Damn. So the mayor is like, okay, well, freak it then. I'm going to have no choice but to kill him myself. Even though he had a Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's 1 and 2 Spider-Man going on here, where we have, if you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. You're going to have to shoot me first, and me, and me, and me, and his mother. So we have all these people who actually come there, and then he's like, no, it's okay. Go ahead, shoot me. And he shoots like at least 6 bullets at him, and it's done Melvin. Melvin goes to him and takes out his guts. That's the end. He takes out the mayor, and that's the end. And they end it. It's like, it's kind of funny. They begin the freaking movie with a narrator who comes out of nowhere to actually give us the story. And he closes the story of this movie. And be sure, if evil lurks, you'll have to deal with the toxic Avenger. And it's like, so in the end, this movie is supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be kind of a parody thing. And I have to tell you the truth. I believe that in this movie, it's actually a good movie. It's just that we give it got into incompetent hands. I believe that a Toxic Avenger could actually have been a very good movie. The fact of, okay, so we start with one thing that Melvin doesn't like, which, hey, if we get rid of all the breastises and all that crap that we got here, frick it. North Pole blockbuster. Sorry, folks. I'm just looking at what the freaking news is talking about right quick. Yeah, I'm going to look at that later. But anyways, yeah, so basically we deal with Melvin. Melvin most likely overhear what's these 4 people doing, and how about instead of making it all ha 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 ha, they basically just screw him over, making sure that he's not able to rat him out. And then after that, then they, maybe why not actually humiliate him in front of everyone? And well, Melvin, I guess you could actually give him a messed up lifestyle too. It's like, yeah, if you make it dark, which that's what it really is. This movie actually kind of is asking for dark to be dark. Kind of like how they did with Amazing Spider-Man. It's like, but this one actually is calling for it to be dark, where Melvin has some issues. He didn't have a good school life, and he's still with his mom and everything. And he's like, well, I'm just like, this is the last straw. I might as well kill myself. So he goes and kills himself, and maybe instead of being like, oh yeah, we're dumb writers who want to make fun, it's like, instead of having it right there, it would be cool if we just decide to actually have where we have the corrupt freaking dude, and the corrupt freaking mayor was like, yeah, so we're going to put the toxic dump waste right here, and that's what's going to happen. It's like, yep, so we're just going to have him jump in, and yeah, so he does suicide, and it turns out his suicide is actually the thing where it turns him toxic. And it would be cool where basically what we're dealing with is either an Incredible Hulk situation where maybe we just have him turn into the Toxic Avenger at night, or he's able to turn when he's angry, even though Marvel might be pissed. Marvel might be a little bit pissed, but it's not really the Hulk. We're not turning him green or anything. It's just that he turns very horrible, disfigured when he actually wants to become a hero. It's either that or B, we're just going to have a Deadpool issue. Yeah, where it's like, yep, he has scars around his everywhere, and his face is okay. It's like his face might be actually okay. It's like, we're going to tone it down for Hollywood. It's like, yeah. So instead of having him look like Sloth from freaking Goonies, we're actually going to tone down his face and allow him to be like Deadpool. But of course, he doesn't actually use guns. He's not able to fight exactly the way Deadpool does. Is just basically him is strong as frick, kind of like Sloth. It's like, yeah. So he basically has all the abilities of Sloth, except maybe he's somewhat bulletproof, and he's able to do more things when it comes to reactivity. It was just like, we could even give him more powers. It would be kind of cool where maybe instead of having that restaurant thing, we might actually have him rescue Sarah when she's just walking home. Because, yeah, it's like Sarah actually had to walk home somewhere, so maybe we'll just have Sarah who's completely defenseless, and he actually saves him just the way how Spider-Man, in the original Spider-Man movie, where MJ, for some reason, decides to go in a dark alley. Walk home in a dark alley. It's like, yeah, same exact idea. It's like, yeah, so you can still keep the brutality and everything in there, which is pretty good. It's like, yeah, that seems awesome. And maybe even have him have a suit on. So the first part is like maybe he does find a crappy leotard, but then maybe Sarah could actually be a seamstress too or something. So yeah, it's like it seems like she could be a seamstress. So maybe she's a seamstress. She makes him a nice suit, and now he actually has an awesome suit to wear, which most likely will be all black leather. You know how it is. So basically, that idea. And then, of course, you have the main bad guy, which is the mayor. It's like, yeah, so you have the side character of Bozo and his freaking bastards. He takes them out. He takes out a few other people. Then he has to go with the person that is really responsible, which is the mayor. Because, well, the mayor is doing something with a reservoir. Unlike the original movie, they just take out the mayor and then maybe the reservoir is safe, but I'm not sure. It's like, that's the weird part. It's like, yeah, they don't really connect it. Anyways, it's like, yeah, so that's, I believe that The Toxic Avenger is a good movie, a very good movie. It has a good story and everything in it. All you just need to do is just get a competent writer and a competent director and have an awesome cast. If you're able to do all that, then there you go, you know? It's like, I'm not trying to say, oh, we can make it a franchise, we can have sequels. It's like, I I won't exactly be interested in having a sequel to this, not unless it actually does very good, lots of people actually enjoy it, and we should have more. Then we can explore a sequel, even though me, I kind of actually want to go with the original guys. It's like, yeah, I would go back to the original writers who created it and actually ask, hey, if you would make a sequel, what it would be like, even though they most likely would be like, you're the one who made that movie, we're going to sue your ass. Even though it's like, yeah, so it is yours. It's like, it kind of is yours, and we kind of will give you maybe 20% of the profits. But we still kind of need to understand, where would you take this movie if you were going to make a sequel? Are you going to make another bad guy? Or we're not going to go the same route as the first one where it's like, oh, well, the mayor's the bad guy. It's like, not this time. It's like, not a good idea. I don't know. There's just lots of stuff that we could actually use in this movie. I mean, it's ridiculous and everything, but I personally think that this movie could actually have been very good. It could have been something more. Even though it's kind of sucky that it doesn't even reach the Mask level. It's like, it is good, but dude, the Mask, oh man, I could watch the Mask almost every day if I really had to. Because The Mask is a good freaking movie. It's like, it's very goofy and everything, but it has a good story behind it. Yours, on the other hand, you're coming close to The Mask, but the sad part is that even if you're trying to come close to it, you don't have your story all lined up perfectly. It's like, in the end, it's like, yeah, it's really, we don't really see any motivation why the freaking mayor wants to take out the monster, aka the Toxic Avenger. You don't even have the Toxic Avenger even mentioned in the freaking, yeah, it's like, yeah, you name it a Toxic Avenger, but technically you should call it Monster Hero, because you don't really even mention anything, how it's like, oh, this and that. So watch it, don't watch it. I would say for people who are younger than 18, don't watch it. It's not right for you. As for everyone who's 18 and over, I'm like, go right ahead. I mean, the sad part is that it doesn't really have a good payoff, but it is funny. It is funny, and it also shows boobs and boobs and boobs. Yeah, so if you're like into that crap too, it has that in there as well. Also, homosexuality's in it too, but well, it's not that horribly bad. It's like, it's not that horribly bad, but it's gross. And it's not even because of their lifestyle. It's because of what they chose. It's like, they have freaking chest hair and they wear freaking Speedos. Yeah, they only have freaking bottoms on. It's like, oh my gosh, man. Ugh, freaking, ugh. It's like as if you watch Bulk and Skull from Power Rangers Turbo, the movie. It's like, as soon as you see them in freaking Divatox's ship, you know what I mean? If you look at them while they're in the ship, they look gross as frick. And that's exactly what they have here. So anyways, thank you for watching, and maybe stay tuned for another movie review someday. Yeah.